A very good morning to one and all present here. I am extremely honored to be sharing this stage space with such legends. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So let's start this session by saying, don't grow up, it's a trap. Like, ஸ்கூல்லேயே ஜாலியாக இருங்க. அப்புறம் பெருசாகிட்டு கரண்ட் பில் கட்டணும், டேக்ஸ் பே பண்ணணும். Just enjoy school. Some of the best days of my life. This is a place where you can dream freely, make mistakes and explore who you really are, right? So coming to me, how many of you actually know me? Aren't you guys too young to be on Instagram to begin with? All right, so Pradeep, Krishnan, a filmmaker or an airline captain? Why can't I be both, right? I think life is too short to have just one identity. So when I was growing up, my brain always wanted me to be a pilot. I was very passionate about wanting to be a pilot. Enoda bike, en car la pinadi or kutti sticker irukum pilot appadine. But my heart lied in filmmaking and direction, acting, and I was really involved in, I really liked media. So when I finished school around this stage, I had to make a choice, right? Actually wrong. I didn't have to because I decided to do both. So I'm also an airline pilot and I'm also a content creator / filmmaker. So now both heart and brain both are happy now. Let's make this a little interactive. How many of you here want to become a pilot? I have 1, 2, quite a bit. Everybody wants to be a pilot, or what? How many of you here want to become a doctor? How many of you here want to be an engineer? All the DAV boys are raising their hands. How many of you here want to be a travel content creator? That's very nice. Vignesh, please take all their numbers. We are actually hiring. So if you can just take all the details as we get out. How many of you want to do something different other than the normal professions that I mentioned? How many of you want to do something different? Can I get some names, please? Can somebody tell me something really different that you guys want to do? Okay, that's nice. Can I have 2 more, 3 more? You're an army officer. Amazing, man. Really proud of you. Really proud of you. Can I have 2 more? Sorry? You want to work with wildlife? Would you want to do something like wildlife photography or something like that? Amazing, brilliant. And I've done that honestly. It's one of the best experiences in my life. You should really, really take that up. So I'm here to tell you that you can have more than one career choice. You can try and follow both. Look, I'll give you a little bit of a small intro about me. I was born in Coimbatore. I was raised in Chennai. I finished my 12th standard. I was a backbencher. I cleared my 12th standard with 68%. But I always wanted to be a pilot. Like in my school, there was a report card. Every year they used to ask, what do you want to become? I've always written pilot for the longest time. 1 year I changed to helicopter pilot, but I've always wanted to be a pilot. I went to South Africa to do my pilot training. I finished my pilot training. I came back to India. After coming back, I was unemployed for 9 years. I didn't have a job. It was not because I was bad. There were no jobs. The Kingfisher Airlines had just shut down and they were filling up a lot of vacancies. So we were a lot of us who were unemployed as pilots. So in those 9 years, I did a lot. Then I tried modeling. Not like the main model. You know the guy standing behind the main model? Like in your annual day functions, there'll be 2 main dancers. There'll be sunflowers and thing walking behind, no? I was one of those guys. Then I was an assistant director to an assistant director. I was assistant director. And in this whole process, I had an opportunity, I got a small opportunity to act. And thank God the film didn't come out. I would have been a meme material for the rest of my life. But because of that experience, I realized what I liked was cinematography. I really enjoyed, I liked what people are doing behind the camera. Like when everybody was talking, my eyes were only looking at what photo he's taking, what ISO he's setting. You know, I was really interested in cinematography. Although I was following my passion, I'm glad I had those 9 years of unemployment because it gave me an opportunity to follow my passion, but I did not give up on my goal. After 9 years, finally, they came up with a pan-India opening. Some 6,000 unemployed pilots had applied. They shortlisted 449, and they selected 150, and I was ranked 15. And that's how I became a pilot. So, I like to keep it short and sweet. I want to interact more. So now let's get into the Gyan zone, okay, some free advice zone. So at any point, if you guys are bored, you guys can start clapping and I'll stop. Okay? Don't stop yet. Let me start. Let me start. Okay, how many of you know this proverb? Jack of all trades, master of none. Do you know the full proverb? Like what the full saying is? Can I please hear it from you? Correct. It's basically is jack of all trades, master of none, but oftentimes better than master of one. Basically what it means, it's to be skilled in many things is better than being an expert at just one. Right? Do you know why? But why? Why do you have to be skilled in many things? It's absolutely. That's a very safe answer because you can have a lot of backup and it truly helps you tap your potential. Like, you know, you also learn in the process. There's so many learnings that happens through the process. So it's absolutely okay to have multiple career options. The only one prerequisite is you need to find what you truly love. Like only if you do that, then the whole process becomes very effortless. It doesn't feel like you're working hard. It happens to me. There have been times where I'm editing all night. I'm editing till 3, 4 in the morning. And when I look back, I've lost like 10 hours editing a video, but I don't really feel like this is a lot of hard work because I enjoy the process of editing. And I wake up at 1 o'clock in the night to go do a flight, do an all-nighter flight. Only that getting up, that alarm is a little bit of an issue, but once you get up, you know, I love the process of getting into my uniform, walking to the airport and sitting in the aircraft and taking off. I love it. See, I've been flying for almost 12 years now. The last Diwali when I was flying, when I was about to land, I saw the entire sky lit up with crackers and I mean, I've seen it many times. But even now, the fact that, you know, I still sit there and think, is it me actually sitting and flying this plane and looking at all of this? I get very excited. That's because I chose both of my professions which I truly love. Like, for example, if I put you in a class and say for 3 hours you have to study thermodynamics and something else I mugged, I can't even remember. There was supposed to be 2 words, I forgot. It was supposed to be thermodynamics and renormalization of gauge invasion. That's what I wanted to say, but I honestly forgot. Or if I tell you, I'll give you 3 hours, go play cricket outside, play volleyball outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon when it's super hot. Which one would you guys choose? Second option, right? Some people for sure will choose the first option also. Maybe that's what they like. So it's very important to figure out what you want. And it's okay to be bad at something that you love. It's perfectly fine, rather than being great at something that you don't like. Because you may start off initially, you may feel like, I'm bad, but because you love it, believe me when I say this, you don't need anybody else to motivate you. You will motivate yourself and be the best version of yourself. So when we talk about 2 career streams, one major question that will pop up is time management, right? So how do we manage time? Like, how do I manage time? I truly don't know how to manage time. I fight for it. Like, I make time. It is a struggle. But the thing is, because you love it so much, you don't feel the pinch. For example, when I go for a flight, we have to read about our papers when we go for a flight. So I usually read my papers in the car. we'll have to see about the weather, the technical status of the aircraft, and is there any defects? How's the route? We'll have to check all of this. So I check it in my car. Now with experience, even when I do a thorough job, it takes me about 10 minutes, but my cab ride is 25 minutes. So in the remaining 15 minutes, I quickly edit a scene, or quickly write a concept. And let's say if I want to watch some reference videos when I'm working out in the gym and I'm walking the treadmill, I put my iPad on the front end. And you will definitely figure a way out when you truly do something that you love, you will figure a way out to manage both. So I'm here to tell you, find what you truly love, set a goal, and be consistent and achieve that goal. And after you achieve the goal, it's important to safeguard it. Like it's not like you met the goal and like move on to the next one. You safeguard it. And then you find the next goal, and so on and so forth. Another gyan I want to give to parents. How many parents do we have here? There's only one parent. Okay, so I'm going to directly talk to you. Okay. So when a child walks up to you and they say, you know, I want a camera, I want to be a photographer, I want to be a cinematographer, or I want a laptop, I want to learn coding, I want to become an editor, or these are expensive gadgets, right? Sometimes these are expensive, but I'm just here to encourage and tell you, maybe it's worth it if you buy it and give it to them, because eventually that money they will make, but you have to create that opportunity so that they learn to explore, and these are tools just to sharpen their careers. And technically, I think I'm just going to take questions. I wanted to talk about how to become a pilot. I'll just rather take questions than me explaining, because it's a long process. Anybody, any questions about anything about being a pilot? I can see you want to ask something. just ask, just shoot. Okay, see, first, I'll give you a very simple tip, okay? There's everything out there on the internet. Just go on the internet and search for how to become a pilot in India. You will get a lot of things. And I personally recommend to do your own research, because in the process, a lot of your doubts will be answered. Like, there are two ways to become a pilot in India. You can either do your flight training in India, or you can go abroad and do a flight training also. I recommend going abroad because the flying experience is better abroad. But once you finish, if you do your pilot training, for example, let's say you do it in the US. Once you come back, and then you'll have to convert your American license to Indian license. You need to give a list of a bunch of exams, clear it, and then you become a pilot in India. So if any of you are thinking of pilot as a career, and of course India has become so much better now. You can do your flight training in India, but I personally recommend going abroad because it's a lot more streamlined, and it's easier to fly, because general aviation abroad is better than general aviation in India. But it all comes down to how much money you want to spend. The one biggest tip that I want to give is, if you've decided to become a pilot, and I really want to stress on this, is you will always find these agents who will tell you, I'll send you for this flight school. They'll say, use my code PILOTPK, you'll get 30% discount, all that they'll tell you. So don't do that. Directly contact the flight school and get information from them directly. Always choose to speak to the school directly rather than speaking to any Indians or any middleman or somebody inside. That's one of the biggest tips that I wanted to give. So I'd like to conclude this session by saying, find what you truly love and step out of your comfort zone. The other side of comfort zone is pretty damn sweet. Like honestly, I'm petrified of public speaking. Like, this is me literally facing my fears. And if you've seen my videos, the announcement videos that I come out and make, I started it because I was scared of public speaking. So please step out of your comfort zone, and all the very best. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Over to Nirmal and Ishwar to ask any questions submitted by the students.
Hello, sir. To your left.
Hi.
I have some questions compiled from the students.
Yeah.
The first question, and this was quite a popular question. If you had to choose only one, flying or influencing, which would you pick and why?
I mean, I don't think I'd pick one. I'd obviously pick two. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. So,
Sir, if you had to pick, sir.
very difficult question, man. If like, what do you mean? Either you're a pilot or an influencer,
Yeah.
is it? I think I'll be a pilot only. I'll pick being a pilot.
Next question.
But for how long? For how long?
Rest of your life.
So the next question. What are some do's and don'ts for young people using platforms like Instagram or any other social media platform?
Young people, first of all, don't join Instagram. Why are you on Instagram? So let's say if you are on Instagram, use it like a tool. Like, see, like I don't read much. As much as I'd like to, but I follow a lot of these pages, which gives you the best page of a book. You can also use Instagram to grow. You can, absolutely, because you don't need anybody's help. Let's say you're good at something. For example, let's say you're good at painting. You just have to paint and keep posting pictures, and you don't absolutely need anybody's help. If you're good at something, if you blindly sit and do it, automatically people will start recognizing you, and it's a platform to show your creativity. So let's say you've decided to come on Instagram. I'd say just remember why you even came on Instagram. If you want, if there's a platform, let's say you're a dancer or you like to edit, or you continue doing it. Don't be bothered about likes, share, subscribe, and all of that. Don't compare yourself with any other creator and be like, this person is doing so well, I'm not doing. Instagram, we only show the good side on Instagram, right? I at least show only the good side on Instagram. I'm not going to make a video where I'm snoozing my alarm like 100 times to wake up for an early morning flight, right? We all only show the good side of Instagram. Use it as a platform to show your talent, and don't compare yourself with anybody else. And if you're too young, don't be on Instagram.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. Have a great afternoon. Thank you.